Most of us use boats for leisure and fun on holidays or weekends. But in some parts of the world with large water bodies, boats are the major means of transportation. A boat is a watercraft used on transportation. It is either propelled by manpower, wind, or motor. A boat can be as small as a dugout canoe to a cruise ship carrying hundreds of passengers. To tell us more about how boat motors work, Craig Eastcroft from Autoworld Marine Division is here to explain it all.
My name is Craig Eastcroft. I'm the branch manager at the Autoworld downtown branch on Kifui Road. I handle the Marine Division for Autoworld, and here I am going to be talking to you today and introducing a few of the product lines that we can offer you, or what products you may not know about that are available in the market. Okay, talking about the product line with regards to the Mercury outboards. An outboard in layman terms is an engine that actually goes on the back of the boat and powers your boat. So that is what propels you to move around on the waters. I'll start off with the two-stroke technology engines. That's what we mainly sell to the fishermen, to the transporters. They would normally put those on their banana boats. Those engines are very important to the fishermen and the transporter because that's their income at the end of the day. They use these engines to get from A to B, to catch their fish, to transport people around on the waterways. So it is very vital and very important to them to have this product available to them. Then we have the commercial side as regards to the lodges. We've got a number of lodges, government, who use our engines. Obviously this, again, we call them the commercial engines because it's what actually runs the commercial operation on the waters, etc. It's not for just pleasure or your enjoyment, it's for their customers, taking their customers out and enjoying the game parks, etc., the fishing expeditions that they can go on. So very important for that side of their business that the lodges may have. Then we also have the leisure engines. Those are for the likes of people who just want to go out on the weekend and have a good time on the water. That would be our leisure sort of community. When you want to get out of town, the chaos of town. There's nothing better than being actually on the water. It's like freedom there. There's nobody else around, and you can actually enjoy on your own there. Okay, what we're going to discuss now is there's a few different types of engines. Some that are key start. That would be a remote steering, which you would have in a boat with a steering system, a steering wheel. And then we have what we refer to as the tiller handle models. Tiller handle, as you can see, it's got the handle here, and that's why it's referred to as the tiller handle. This particular model is a manual start. So you have the handle here that you pull out. You pull that, and that would actually start your motor. This would be your throttle here, so that gives you your acceleration. You have your gear system here. You've got your neutral, you've got your forward, neutral, and reverse. So that's basically how the tiller handle with manual start actually operates. All right, from this angle, we can break the engine down into three sections. This cover here is referred to as a cowling. This is where the power head sits inside. I will show you that shortly. Then what we have here is the midsection, and then we have the gearbox, the lower unit that sits below the water line. Just so I can show you a bit what it actually consists of the power head. Okay, so again, as discussed, it's like a vehicle engine. You've got your block, you've got your carburetors, you've got your oil filter, spark plugs. As I said, just like your conventional vehicle engine. But what differs here, you've got your midsection, which is this section here, where you have a drive shaft. So your engine actually powers that drive shaft to your gearbox, which then comes on a prop shaft, and then you get what would be powering your propeller. This is actually what gives you all the drive. This sits in the water, and the rotation of your propeller, this will give you your forward thrust with the outboard motor. Okay, just a bit of a close-up to the components of this particular engine. This is your pull start mechanism. This is where you're going to pull your handle. You've got your rope, like your generator, your lawnmower. you would pull a handle, the rope spins, and this basically where you get your engine to fire up. This is your carburetors. You've got your 3 carbs on the side here. You've got your intake manifold. You've got your exhaust manifold. You've got your oil intake here. This engine, as I mentioned, is 4-stroke. So it actually has engine oil inside the sump, not like the conventional 2-stroke engines where you're mixing oil and fuel. Okay, now on the starboard side of the motor, we have your oil filter. You've got your plug leads, your spark plugs. You've got your dipstick here. Basically, this is your way of checking, as you can see, fresh clean oil in this new motor. Got your fuel filters. So it's basically got all the components of a vehicle engine, but compressed into a small sort of size so you can fit it in your outboard engine there. Okay, so this is basically where you would fill your engine up with oil, just like your normal vehicle. You would take the cap off, and that's how we fill the engine with oil in there. So fill your engine up with oil to the correct levels, and then, as I mentioned earlier, you've got your dipstick, check that your levels are correct. We also have, this is your fuel pump at the back of the engine here. So this section here is referred to as the lower unit, which is actually your gearbox. You've got your prop shaft, basically your drive shaft that goes down to your prop shaft, and it rotates as your engine is running at speed and rotating. Your shaft, both your shafts, are generating force on your prop, which would rotate it clockwise. Due to the angle of the blades, this gives you forward thrust. If it spins the other way, it gives you reverse thrust, and that's obviously through your gear shifting I showed you earlier on the motor there. But that there is your gearbox. This is your gear ratio. The ratios differ on different engines. A bit technical, but that's really what, that's just indicating what the ratio is on this particular gearbox. So we're going to discuss this section here. This piece here is actually your mounting bracket. This is where you would mount the engine onto the back of the boat, the back of the boat is referred to as the transom. There's 4 mounting points. You would have 2 bolts through the top, 2 through the bottom. You've actually got a number of different heights to set the engine, because it's very important to get the engine height set correctly. That obviously enhances your performance and how the boat will operate. This section here is your ram. This particular engine has gas-assisted ram, so whenever we play with this lever, it will help lift the motor or drop the motor to the correct position when you're powering along. We have this lever here. This basically locks your steering into position. You can have it loose so you can turn the motor quite easily, or you can lock it if you're on a long trip and the engine actually won't move. It will stay in the position that you've actually locked the lever into. Here we have the run off and run position. So you normally you would have a lanyard, a kill switch connected to here, put onto your body, connect to your body. If you have an accident and you fall out the boat, it would have, from the run position, it will go into the off position, it will kill the engine power. It's a very important safety feature to keep in mind.
Wow, what an experience! I had so much fun. I now have the basic understanding on aeroplanes, boats, and the sport of spinning. I hope you learned a lot too. Join me in the next episode, and always remember to nurture the inquiring mind.